Okay, ladies and gentlemen of algebra, we're looking at the Pythagorean theorem. So basically, you need to be able to apply the Pythagorean theorem. There's a lot of pieces to it, a lot of things it can do, but we'll start off simple. So the Cyclone roller coaster in New York's Coney Island is one of the most copied roller coasters in the world. Since it was built in 1927, 7 copies of the coaster have been built. The first drop is 85 feet tall, and the length from the bottom of the roller coaster to the bottom of the first hill is 147 feet. Use the Pythagorean theorem to estimate the length of the first hill. So the first drop is 85 feet tall, and the length from the bottom of the roller coaster to the bottom of the first hill is 147 feet. So this is 85 feet drop. This is 147 feet down. Or sorry, 147. Figure out what this is. Well, Pythagorean theorem says in a right triangle with a right angle, which is what that is, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. You should have seen that at least once before. So c squared is always going to be your hypotenuse. So I want 147, which is the long side. So that's going to be 85 squared, which is 7,225 plus b squared equals 147 squared, which is 21,609. So I got to solve that. So subtract 7,225. So b squared equals 14,384. Then when I square root that, estimate it's going to ballpark, it's going to be about 120 feet. So that's about estimating. So Pythagorean theorem. C is always the longest side. It's got to be a right angle, otherwise this doesn't work. If you have 3 lengths that are whole numbers, so you have 3 integers that satisfy the Pythagorean theorem, that would be a Pythagorean triple. The easiest one people know is 3, 4, and 5. 6, 8, and 10 is another one. Let's see, 9, 20, and 21 actually work. And there's a couple other ones that you'll probably come across later. So find the missing length and write your answers as simplified radicals. That means no decimals. So A is 8, B is 15, so it's A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So 64 plus 225 equals C squared. This is 289. So square root of 289. Check your old notes from 8-1. You'll figure out that that is 17. 18 and 17, that's a Pythagorean triple. Number 2, A is 18, that's 18 squared plus 24 squared equals C squared. 18 squared, 24 squared, you can go to a calculator. That's 324. 24 squared is 576. So that's going to be 900. I'll be willing to bet 900 is going to be a perfect square root. And that's going to be 30. So 18, 24, and 30. That's also going to be a perfect square, or a Pythagorean triple. So here you've got A and you've got C this time. So 10 squared plus B squared equals 25 squared. So that's 100 plus B squared equals 625. So subtract 100. So B squared will be 525. Now, that is not a perfect square root, I can tell you right now, so you got to simplify it. Well, 525 can split into 25 and 21. So square root of 25, and this is just stuff from 8-1, you guys should be able to do this. That's going to be 5 square root of 21. There's my simplified answer. For number 4, that's going to be A squared plus 11 squared equals 21 squared. So that's A squared plus 121. 21 squared is going to be 441. So when I subtract this, A squared is going to be equal to 320. So square root that. A is going to be equal to whatever this is. But I've got to break this apart. 320. Let's see, divided by 8 way too much. Let's see, 320 divided by 16 is 20. 320 divided by 64. That's way easier. Let's see that. Split it up into 64 and 5. 64 is 8, so my answer is going to be 8 square root of 5. There's my answer. Thank you for playing. So determine whether or not the following side measures form a right triangle. The way to figure this out is easy. Put the three numbers in the right triangle, the two shortest, the two smaller, squared, and see if it equals 400 squared. You're seeing here. Does this work? Well, 400 plus 441, which is what I think 21 squared is. Does that equal 29 squared? Well, that's 841. Is this true? Yes. Check. Yup. That one works. 9, 12, and 17. I'll come down here. 9 squared plus 12 squared, and then 16 squared. Well, that's 81 and 144. So 144 plus 81 is 225. 16 squared is going to be 256. That doesn't equal? Nope. 8, 10, and 12. So 8 squared plus 10 squared, 12 squared. I can already tell this doesn't work. 164, 12 squared is 144. Nope. 10, 24, 26, 10 squared plus 24 squared, and 26 squared. So that's 100. 24 squared is 576. 26 squared is 676. That works. That's the big yes. So you test it. If it's equal, it's a right triangle. If it's not, it's not. What's the area of the triangle ABC? Well, I need to figure out this thing because I need to take base times height divided by 2. That's how you figure out the area of a triangle. So Pythagorean theorem says do this. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. I'm considering this side to be a. So a squared plus 144 equals 400. So a squared will equal 256. So if I square root, so a will be 16. So that means this is 16. So figuring out the area of the triangle is now easy. 16 times 12 divided by 2 is going to be 96 units squared. Square shopping center has a diagonal walkway from one corner to the other. If the walkway is about 70 meters long, what is the approximate length of each side of the center? Square shopping center. One diagonal, it's about 70. These two are both the same, hence, it's a square. So I've got x squared plus x squared equals 70 squared. So that makes that 2x squared equals, I think 4,900. Divide by 2. Take the square roots. X is approximately, not exact, approximately 49 and a half. So it's going to be about 49 and a half feet square. So proof of the Pythagorean theorem is here. So if the perimeter of square 1 is 160 units and the perimeter of square 2 is 120 units, what is the perimeter of square 3? So perimeter, 4 sides, these are squares. So I take 160 divided by 4, and I get 4. Each side is going to be 40. Perimeter of square 2, so that's 120 divided by 4, which is going to be 30. So what is the perimeter of square 3? Well, this is going to be 40, 30. So using Pythagorean theorem, this is going to be 50. So you can even test it. That works. Or you can do it the hard way. 900 plus 1600 square root of 2500 is going to be 50. So perimeter, 50, 150, 200 units around. That's going to be your perimeter. All right, that's all I got. Come talk to me with questions, play around with this a little bit, and see what you come up with.